I don't even know what to say. You had one job, Sega. One job. You were doing real good with Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania was a hit. Fans liked it. Critics liked it. It was everything that you needed to be good again, to make Sonic games fun and enjoyable. And what do? You release Sonic Forces. As you can clearly see, I'm not very impressed with Sonic Forces. There's a lot to discuss in the game, and that's what I'll be talking about today. So, Sonic the Hedgehog as a series, especially considering its Genesis roots, was a fairly light-hearted series. It was a series that was supposed to have a high emphasis on fun, speed, and excitement, and never really got into the too dark territory, except for that drowning noise. Now, the first time that the Sonic series even had the tiniest itty-bitty smidge of dark edginess was with one of my personal favorites, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, with its dark storyline, including Shadow the Hedgehog. Then, Sega was like, Sonic the Hedgehog needs more darkness. Let us make Shadow the Hedgehog game. And it was just full of that edgy angst. And it had a lot of things that people like violence and swearing and guns and explosions, and it was supposed to be real edgy. And it was just a mediocre mess. Now, the Sonic series has had an infinite number of ups and downs over the previous years. We've had awesome handheld games, we've had terrible handheld games, we've had awesome console games, and we've had pieces of garbage like Sonic Boom. So where does Sonic Forces fall in? Well, it's not Sonic 06, and it's not Sonic Boom. It's not a disgusting, glitchy mess of a game, and I personally think that a lot of the outlining aesthetics are very appealing to look at, which is common in a lot of Sonic games. The games look really nice, but that's only the surface. So, one of the driving forces of Sonic Forces is that you as the player are able to make your own custom Sonic character. And I suppose the draw of creating your own Sonic the Hedgehog character was supposed to have the same appeal as, say, the Dragon Ball Xenoverse games. But to me, it's not the same. Now, I suppose you could argue that having your own customizable character creates a good gaming experience, makes it more personal, adding each player's own personal flair. But this is the difference between Sonic and Dragon Ball. See, with Dragon Ball Z, the universe is so massive and expansive with different races, different alien species, different timelines, different types of Super Saiyan transformations, different energy attacks, everything, that it would make sense to have a game where you make your own character. That's a real possibility. And I think Xenoverse handles it the best way. The timeline's getting screwed up and they need a new hero to come fix it. So that makes sense, having someone that's not canon, having them come out of their timeline into the Dragon Ball Z one to help make everything right again. That one makes a little bit more sense, and in the context of the world of Dragon Ball makes it a much more realistic possibility. The motivation for creating your own character in Sonic Forces is that Sonic is dead. And you're the new recruit to the team helping fight in the war against Eggman. But that doesn't make sense. Why do I want to play as some big pink loser when I want to play as Sonic? Because the main draw of the games is playing as this awesome blue hedgehog, not any of his stupid side friends. And that's what you're making in Sonic Forces. You're making a bunch of stupid side friends. The ones that we don't care about. And the ones that are boring. I don't want to play as a character with a grappling hook. I want to play as Sonic. Or Knuckles. Maybe Tails. And I kind of like Shadow, just not in his own game. That was a mess. So Sonic Forces tries bringing together all these elements. Like, even Silver's in the game from Sonic 06, and I'm like, okay, so I guess Silver's a good guy now, trying to fight Robotnik? Like, what's up with that? I don't understand what's going on. And then they try to tie in the Sonic Generations game, which, in its defense, Sonic Generations was actually a very enjoyable game. They bring in the past Sonic, so like the shorter one that doesn't talk. Yeah, they bring him too, and there's levels where you play as him. But there's also levels where you play as him, Sonic, and then your character. But it all feels the same. There's no noticeable difference in speed, even though Sonic is supposed to be the fastest thing alive. It doesn't really make sense because any other character that you play as moves exactly the same speed as Sonic. And the game is just trying too hard to be edgy. And not in an appropriate way, like, say, Doom is very edgy. It's just trying too hard. It's the same kind of problem that we saw with Shadow the Hedgehog way back when. You even have a gun. Kinda. It's like a hook launcher thing. But you have a gun. You would have thought that Sega learned last time that having a gun is not a good thing to have, because a gun should not be part of a Sonic game. The point of a Sonic game is to run really fast, blow up enemies, and collect rings. And then you get the 7 Chaos Emeralds for the super secret ending, like what Sonic Mania did. I'm just truly, genuinely hurt with this one, Sega. You had such a good thing going for you with Sonic Mania, and then you took it and you threw it out the window. Is Sonic Forces the absolute worst Sonic game ever created? No, it's not. It's at least playable. And if you have that genuine interest in Sonic, and you like creating your own character, then I guess the game would be for you. But it's not revolutionary. It's not bringing Sonic back from the dead. If anything, it's like adding another nail into the already nailed coffin. Whereas Sonic Mania, on the other hand, was a fresh remix. Sonic Forces just feels like the same garbage that we've had. And that's disappointing. I get what you're trying to do, Sega. You're trying to bring your character back. But this is not the way to do it. Bring in other people. Bring in other creators from Sonic Mania to make more games like this, or more games like Sonic Colors, or even Sonic Generations. But don't try this, like, dark, edgy, fan-made character. You're better than that. And that's not what Sonic the Hedgehog is supposed to be about. Sonic Forces is not necessarily a bad game. It's at least playable. But it's not the Sonic the Hedgehog that we know and love, and it's not the Sonic the Hedgehog that we deserve. We deserve a game that goes a little bit closer to the Sonic Adventure style series, and with some kinks ironed out. I know those games aren't perfect, but I think of all the games with the 3D Sonic, I think those were the best iterations. And I think we need more two-dimensional games as well. Maybe not necessarily in the style like Sonic Mania, but like Sonic Advance or any of the Sonic Rush games. Those were super fun and super enjoyable because they kept the original theme of Sonic the Hedgehog in them. Speed, fun, collecting rings, Chaos Emeralds, fighting really fun bosses. That's what Sonic's about. All I can say is that I hope Sega takes the games that have been released this year, Sonic Forces and Sonic Mania, and does more like the one that was actually really, really good. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do apologize about my lack of videos lately. Recently my computer had to reset and I lost Windows Movie Maker, so I've had to learn how to use some new formats and it's been taking me a little while. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed my rant about the new Sonic game. And I thank you guys so much. Like and subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next one.